Well, hello there, fellow self-quarantined geeks and geekettes. This is the day, whoever knows, of quarantine and in the Czech Republic, as well as in the rest of the world. And as I said in my previous videos, it is important to keep oneself busy. That is why I didn't upload any video yesterday, because I was busy finishing up my home gym and actually doing some writing, writing some poetry and reading a lot of comic books. So yeah, but today I thought it was about time to make another video, and originally I intended to make a second part of my top 10 quarantine reads video, but in the meantime I saw a video of Omnidog, or of the channel Omnidog's Vault, where he and his friend Tyler were talking about their favorite Batman covers. Well, I love comic book covers, and I thought there was a pretty good idea for a video, so I've decided to make my own and post it as a video response to their video. I hope you don't mind, guys. This is a huge shout out to you. Thank you for the inspiration, and I hope you will like my choices, my picks. I've only picked covers that I own, because I was too lazy to search the internet for any other covers and then edit them into my own video, that I didn't really want to do. One more thing, one more thing, I have forgotten to pick to pull out my hardcover of Batman R.I.P. from my bookshelf. That is one of my picks as well, but I believe that's one of those that you showed, guys. Actually, it's by Alex Ross, the one when Batman's underwater, and it's just his silhouette with a blue background, and his arms with his cape spread like this. That's a pretty good cover. So that one. Then, of course, as most of Batman fans, I love the art of Jim Lee, and I've picked these two covers from Batman 615, which is the Hush storyline. I've got it framed because it's signed by Jim Lee. I met him 2 years ago in Prague, and he was very kind to sign this cover for me. It's a fantastic art by Jim Lee, of course. And another one which I think Jess will like, and I have to say that I prefer this one over the 615. This is 609, and it's Batman with Poison Ivy and Catwoman. It's the glare. Oh, this is better. See, this is Jim Lee's signature. Just look at that. Batman is surrounded by Ivy's vines. Catwoman is sniffing a, smelling a rose there. Poison Ivy looking very attractive. So Batman 609 and Batman 615, Jim Lee covers only made better by his signature. So these are probably my favorite Jim Lee covers as far as Batman goes. Now, I love Grant Morrison's run of Batman, obviously, and I was very happy to have acquired the two Omnis that have already come out, and I hope the third one will come out eventually. I know it has been announced, but I don't know, what's going to happen with all the publications now that there's this unpleasant situation in the world. Nevertheless, there were a lot of covers from Grant Morrison's run, drawn by Tony Daniel, and he draws just this, for me, this is the definitive Batman. And in addition to this, I came back to reading comics. Well, I was reading comic books when I was a very little kid, then I stopped for 10 years, and then I came back to it when I was 15. So that's a long time ago. And this is the first comic book issue that I bought when I came back to comic books. So this also has a emotional value for me. And this is Batman 670. drawn by Tony Daniel, if I'm not wrong. Yes, and look at that. It's just, you know, Batman, his face shrouded in shadows, crouching on a gargoyle with, well, Gotham City as his background. Tell me, if this doesn't speak Batman, if this doesn't shout Batman, what does? So this one, 670. Then Batman's 702, again by Tony S. Daniel. Just, you know, Batman standing over a silhouette, glowing silhouette of a, you know, like where a dead body was. Once again with Gotham as his background. Just look at that. Look at the presence, you know, this once again, Batman's presence just shouts, you know, the Dark Knight from this one. So, like, yeah, that one. Then I love the art of Sam Keith, and to be honest, I bought this issue just for the cover, so I can frame it and put it up on my wall. But I have, of course, read it, because I just love Sam Keith, and this is Batman Confidential 42, and I just love Sam Keith's style. This is, you know, that's the simple reason why I picked this one. I have read the newest comic book that was drawn and I believe written by Sam Keith. It was, I think, the Max Batman crossover. That was pretty funny. That was pretty good. So that one, Batman Confidential 42. Let me just sip on water. Sorry, my throat is getting a bit dry. And of course, my favorite modern Batman, you know, the most contemporary Batman that I love the most is Greg Capullo's. I mean, Scott Snyder's and Greg Capullo's Batman, which I consider to be like the best Batman written and drawn in the last like 15 years. I don't really like Tom. I'm sorry, you know, but everybody is entitled to his or her own opinion, and I don't really like Tom King's Batman. I don't. It's just my opinion. It just doesn't, you know, doesn't connect with me. I understand people who like them. You know, the comics, Batman comics by Tom King. I'm happy for you. Enjoy them. Enjoy the, you know, single issues, collected editions, and so on and so forth. But it's not for me. It's not my cup of tea. I have read the issues that were written by, was it Tinian? The 4 latest issue that he wrote, and I like them. I do. But Tom King, no. But Snyder and Capullo, like, it's, I mean, like, it's the best Batman read in the last 15 years. And of course, I have to mention the first 4 covers of their run, all of them being drawn by Greg Capullo, who is, you know, like, one of the best artists. So this is issue 1, and issue 2, issue 3, which I think was Tyler's pick, and issue 4, which I love, I think, the most of those 4, which is just the Talon's head with, you know, Batman's reflection in his, like, you know, glasses. Fantastic. With a silhouette of Gotham City. I love this. Greg Capullo is the man. Now, I've got this issue, which is actually a Czech reprint. I come from the Czech Republic. It is a Czech reprint which came out in, I believe, 1999, of, I think, this storyline. And if I'm not wrong, it was a mini-series, written and drawn. I think it was, I don't know, I don't remember who wrote it. Might actually check it out. But I know it was drawn, at least the cover, of course, by Mike Mineola. Batman by Mike Mineola. Look at that. Mineola himself said that he doesn't really, you know, enjoy drawing superheroes because his style is very dark and bleak and really fit for, you know, more fit for things like Hellboy and so on. But if Mineola is to draw any superhero, it has to be Batman, you know. But I was just wondering who wrote this issue, or who wrote this storyline. It was written by Peter Milligan. And actually, the interior artwork was done by Kieran Dwyer. Alright, so Mineola just did the covers. Alright, never mind, this is a video about covers, so it's in English. I think it was called Batman The Dark Knight Dark City. As I said, this is a Czech reprint. In Czech it's called Temné město, right? But the cover is the same, right? And because I love the art of Mike Mineola very, very much, I had to pick this one. I'll put it in the bag later. And my last pick, if I don't count the Batman R.I.P. Cover by Alex Ross, I had to pick something very modern, very contemporary, and I know that Jess hates this comic book, but I actually enjoyed it. You know, it was fun, and it was a 3-part mini-series from the newest DC Black Label, and it's Batman Damned. This is the second issue, I think. Yeah, book 2. This is the book 2, and it's got Harley Quinn on the cover. The first one had Batman on the cover, the second one Harley, and the third one the Joker. And I love Harley Quinn. My favorite version of Harley Quinn is the animated series, Batman Harley Quinn. The second place is of course taken up by Harley Quinn by Amanda Conner and Jimmy Palmiotti. But for some reason I just like this cover. I just like this Harley Quinn. It looks so dirty. I know, Harley Quinn is dirty in this comic book, and some people don't really like what she did in this comic book, but I think it was, you know, a very interesting alternative approach to Harley Quinn and to a, you know, Batman storytelling. But that's everything I'm going to say about Batman Damned. I could actually make a video review of Batman Damned, because it is a very controversial comic book for many reasons. And some people hate it and some people love it. I don't think there are people that are indifferent about Batman Damned. I think it is one of the comic books that really divides the audience into the ones who hate it and the ones who love it. And I actually pretty much enjoyed it. So I really think that one of my next videos is going to be a video review of Batman Damned. So these were my picks and choices as far as Batman covers go. Of course, they are mostly contemporary. I haven't picked any like, you know, Silver Age, Golden Age Batman covers, but these were my picks, and I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, I thank the guys that inspired me in this, and I will put a link or links to their channels and videos in the description down below. That would be all from me now, my friends, and I'm going to make another video very soon, very probably and very likely the second part of my top 10 reads video. But that's all now. Thank you very much indeed, and bye.